Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
I'm Tim Stenevec along with Carol Masser. We're joined by Bloomberg TV Markets correspondent Nora Melinda. Nora, what is on your radar this afternoon?
Intel said to seek an Apple investment as part of its comeback bid. Of course, we know the U.S. just weeks ago announcing that it was going to have about 10% stake here in the company. Intel is just trying to grapple with all the challenges that it's been facing as it really intends to compete with a lot of the companies out there that are really betting on AI. Not seeing too much activity here in shares of Intel. That's ticker INTC, or Apple AAPL in the after hours trade. But we're going to have to hang in there and see what happens at market open tomorrow morning.
I think what I find so interesting about this, Nora, is like, why would Apple make an investment such as this? And Ryan was on our program and he made the point, Tim Cook made this commitment at the White House that the company would invest hundreds of billions of dollars in the United States. And this could potentially be part of that investment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that we're going to have to see if this is a part of it. But the fact that he laid out that prior, and then we're just thinking about everyone really wanting to bet on homegrown manufacturing here as we're trying to beef up all of our AI progress here. You're really seeing a lot of different entities coming and rallying behind Intel, and you're definitely seeing Wall Street starting to pour some cash into the company. So we'll have to see how this deal in particular progresses and what this relationship would potentially look like between Apple and Intel.
It's funny, too, when we look up at Intel, you look at the HDS function on the Bloomberg, which has to do with investors' holdings. Who have the biggest? Well, it's BlackRock and Vanguard, 1 and 2, but United States of America, that's the number 3. So biggest investor in Intel. Hey, speaking about the government investing into companies, I want to jump ahead to Lithium Americas, ticker LAC. That is something that we've been talking about. This one took off like a rocket.
Did take off like a rocket, as you're calling out there, ended 95% higher at the closing bell. I'm just blown away by that percentage right now. So this is a Vancouver-based lithium manufacturer. It focuses on batteries and other things of the sort. It's about $1.4 billion in market cap, but made some big moves here, as we saw at the closing bell. As you mentioned, we've been talking about stakes and the government taking stakes in multiple companies here. So the Trump administration is pursuing a stake here in this company. This happened during a renegotiation of a $2.3 billion loan that was extended from the Department of Energy here. So as we really think about the government putting its presence and taking stakes in multiple companies, is a perfect read through there from Intel and now over here to Lithium Americas. Lots to keep an eye on here.
Okay. What else you got your eye on this afternoon? You said lots to keep your eye on. We're going to get a fourth from you, I think.
Yes.
Which means it's a special day.
Sometimes
day. We only have 3. What's the fourth?
Well, ending on a green note, on a good note here. AAR Corp. This is an aerospace and defense company in that sector there. So essentially, it is a provider of a lot of the aviation services and manufacturing there. It's about $3 billion based in Illinois here, but it boosted its organic sales growth outlook after posting first quarter results that topped expectations. So coming out of those results that beat what the market was expecting here, it's saying, hey, we have a better outlook ahead when we think about sales growth here for the company. 100% of Wall Street is saying buy. That's according to the ANR page that we have here on the Bloomberg terminal. About 5 analysts saying to buy the stock.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.